Hi everyone, hope you're having the start to a great Saturday. I meant to get this up sooner. I have received the products that I purchased from the Sephora VIB Rouge sale. The sale is still going on this weekend, so I'm going to try to hurry up and get through this so I can get it up in case there's something that you see that you might want to get this weekend because you can get the 15% off. I had an unexpected visitor from my husband. He works out of state, and he was fortunate enough to come and spend the whole entire week here in Alabama and work from home, and it was just a great treat because we recently moved, and he was just here a very short period of time after we moved, and then on to his job, and an unexpected break came up, and so he was able to come home and work from home, and he left today, which I'm sad about. This is really one of the hardest decisions we've had to make in our 36 years of being married, about being apart and him traveling back and forth, and it's not easy, but we're going to survive because we know that we made this decision based on prayer and faith, and we're just going to get through it. So he left today. So anyways, I didn't have a whole lot of time to just do, videos at that point because I wanted to make sure that, he could get through that honey-do list that I really didn't get to prepare because he surprised me and just basically said, "I'm here." So I was like, oh, if I would have known that, I would have really been pretty detailed. But he worked his fingers to the bones and got a whole lot done, and I'm very thankful and appreciative. So anyways, these are the products that I went ahead and did purchase through the Sephora sale, and I didn't get some of the products that I thought I would. I know one in particular was just not available and out of stock, and so I'll share them with you. Now, one of the products that I had been on the notification list through Sephora is this, I believe you call it, or you pronounce it Tasha. I'm not sure. It's Tatcha. I read a lot about this product, and almost every review I read on it was just unbelievable. I don't even think I came across anything that was negative. And I decided, what it is, it's called the silk canvas. And it says, invisible layers of silk instantly filter away imperfections and impurities for alluring skin all day and over time. It blurs the look of pores, fine lines, and uneven skin tone. And right there, that kind of put the hook into me because that's really what I do work on with my own skin. It says it primes with silk powder for long-lasting, flawless makeup. It protects skin from makeup and pollution. It color corrects with a universal shade for a healthy, soft, focused glow. And it's anti-aging. Japanese superfoods help restore the look of youthful radiance. I've used it a couple of times, and I have to say, it is really nice. It really fills in your pores, and then it makes them silky smooth. So your skin has that nice, silky, smooth texture to it. And you can see it does have a color to it, but that's the part that really kind of blurs the skin. It has a really light scent to it, and I would almost have to say it just reminds me of a kind of like lemongrass, kind of little light citrus, not obnoxious, just very light. Now, I never thought I was going to find a primer that I was going to like as much as my Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I've been using that for a very long time, well over a year. I love it. I repurchase it a lot. I've recommended it to many people, but I'm liking this so far. Do I like it as much as my other primer? I really don't know at this point. It does give that blurring effect to your skin. It does fill in your pores. It's kind of, it's very silky soft, and it feels kind of wet when you put it on. But it goes on really, really smooth, and your skin just feels so soft. So I did like it a lot. And the question is, do I like it more than the Hourglass? I don't know yet, because I've only used it, like I said, maybe 4 times. This was a purchase that came through during the sale that was on back order, and it was on back order everywhere, and I really wanted to try it because it did have such great reviews. So I just wanted to share with you that this Tatcha, I know I'm just really butchering this. I want to read you what comes in this little insert, and it says, one of the most mesmerizing sights I've witnessed is a geisha in her full performance makeup, with flawless white skin, rosebud red lips, and impeccably lined eyes. Geisha can be considered the original makeup lover. So, with that in mind, there is a little disc that comes with this pad. And what you're supposed to do, if you can see right there, there's a line drawn right across. You're supposed to glide that across and fill it to that line, and then take that amount into your hands and warm it into your hands or your fingertips. Warm it up and then press it into your skin with upward strokes. And I just concentrated on the heavily, my area of my skin that has, larger pores. So basically, if that's what you want to do, you just take that amount, because it'll drag it out of this pod, and put it into your hands, warm it up. It's really, really silky, and then it just, blends into your skin. So I didn't know what that disc was when I first got it, because I didn't take the time to look through it, and it was just this little disc, and I kind of looked at it and thought, ooh, kind of looks like a little Tory Burch kind of dial. And I stuck it in the box, and then when I had the opportunity, I read the insert inside, because I wanted to see what this was all about. And that actually has a it actually has a function in this. So that's kind of nice that you're not getting your fingernails and nails in there and you're not digging at it, but it is really soft and silky. You need to grab that. And I just kind of, at first, I've just been kind of swirling and kind of getting it out and applying it, but you just don't really want to get into it because it's so soft and silky, and it looks just so pretty in its package. But that disc has a purpose. That's how you're supposed to use it, and so I would recommend that you do that. But anyway, so I just wanted to share that little bit of information with you. And I feel like if you do a little bit of research on a product that you're trying to purchase, and you want to make sure that you get the best bang for your buck, then spend some time reading reviews and go to different sites, because it's worth it. I think it just helps you in that decision-making process as to whether or not you're interested in purchasing a product and trying it out for yourself. I did make a purchase for my Brow Wiz in Granite. I always purchase an extra one of these, because no matter what, when I'm out, and I need a new one, and I always make sure I watch how far down, because I can't go without my brow pencil. And then the other purchase that I made, which this one was one that I had my eye on and just wasn't real sure about, but I do like it. It is the Pat McGrath Mothership Sublime Bronze Ambition. Now for me, this is really kind of going out on the limb, but whoops, these colors, oh, they are, sorry for the glare, they are so pretty. Let me take that off. There's a little plastic. Let me see if I can show you those colors without blinding you. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. I thought it was going to be too much, but I'm really loving the colors, and I've worn them a couple of times, and I'll just go through and I'll swatch them for you so you can see. This first swatch is Guilt Trip, and it's a really pretty gold, and it's not overbearing. I don't think any of these colors are. They're really soft. This next is a Bronze Struck, and I'll put it right next to that, and I'm just doing a really light swatching of them. This third color is called Copperized, and this is the one I really really thought was just the most favorite color in this whole palette that I just really love. It's a beautiful copper color. And this next one is Illicit, and this is the brown, kind of almost has a little sparkle in it, but it's almost like a deep, I want to say it looks like there's a little bit of deep, you know, grayish tone to it. This next color is Throwing Shade, and that one also was really pretty as a base. It's right there. It's just one of those neutral browns that I tend to really love, and I've just run out of fingers here. And then this last is Gold Rush. And that one I went really light on. So you can see they're soft, they're creamy, they're buttery. It's a beautiful palette. And I was a little concerned because I thought, oh, maybe it's just going to be too much. But I was able to control the color shades, and they blended so beautifully together that you know, I'm not doing anything as drastic as that, but if you want that look, you can achieve it. Gorgeous palette, gorgeous palette. The next product that I purchased is the Too Faced Sun Bunny, and this is the bronzer. This is not the chocolate scented. I have a palette that is, and I just got the regular. This is 2 color shade bronzer, and it really is gorgeous. These 2 shades, I'm going to put them side by side because they're very light. I don't even know if you can see it. Oh yeah, a little bit. But it goes on just very lightly. It doesn't have that orange tint to it. My favorite all-around bronzer is from Chanel, it's Soleil Tandy Chanel. Love it. I've used it for years. This just has just that little bit of shimmer to it, just that tiny bit, and it really does apply beautifully on your skin. And I do not worship the sun at all anymore. I spent too many years doing that, damaging my skin. So when I'm outside trying to get that vitamin D, because it's so important that we do, I really do make sure I have as much protectant as I can on with sunscreen. But I like to have that little bit of kind of sun-kissed look in the spring and the summer, and this does it. This is really, really pretty. And so I'm really happy with this particular one. And then something that wasn't necessarily on my list, well, it was on my list, but I just wasn't sure if I was going to get it because, you know, I've been trying to bring back some of my other eyeshadow palettes that I kind of have left in the drawer over the fall and winter, because I get stuck on 1 or 2 palettes and then that's it. But I'm never disappointed, ever, with any Anastasia products. Never. And this is my just one purchase that I decided, yes, I'm going to get this. And there were a couple of other things I had on my list, but I decided not to purchase right now, because I really do try to make my bigger purchase during the fall sale. But I am so glad that I did get this palette, because this palette is also beautiful. And as you can see, I've used it. So let me just blow off some of the excess. Gorgeous palette. And I'll quickly go through. I'm not going to swatch these, but just the colors. Dusty Rose, a really pretty color. This color here, Rose Pink. Caramel Soda. Burnt Orange, that's Caramel Soda. This, this is Black Noir, and this is Mulberry. These are beautiful colors. So if you're interested in really lightening up and springing your eyeshadows, this palette affords you to do that. And if you really want to take those shadows and smoke it out, you have the availability of doing it. There's mattes in here. There's some, I would say, chunkier, glittery. I wouldn't say they're super chunky, but they're sparkly. And then there's some really light shimmers, I guess you would say, a couple of light shimmers, and then mattes, and just a beautiful color palette. And oh my gosh, no kidding, sultry totally emptied itself, fell all over my vanity and my white rug. So that's how buttery these are. Ooh, that's not good. And that was such a pretty color. I'm going to try to salvage the little bit that's like all over there in pieces. And honestly, I'm going to have to call Sephora. You know, you can't make this stuff up. Aww. I'm sad. But hey, don't cry over spilt milk. It'll get resolved. Well, it'll be good again. Well, now I really made a mess. All over my arm, all over my box. And I was trying to salvage my white carpet down there, so let me get back with you when I get that done. That, friends, has never happened to me before. Ooh, shadows have broken up in their little spots, but never popped out like that. And that was that really pretty sultry color that, man, I'm almost afraid to do this, that had that kind of like that berryish, dark, deep wine color. Oh, not pretty on my white fluffy rug. Ooh, if I didn't like you so well, I would be really mad. But you know, you can be mad. You just don't have to act mad. So I'm not going to act mad. I will go to Sephora and see what they might be willing to do, because as you can see, the majority of the palette I've only used once, and I don't even want to shake this anymore because that made a mess. Yeah, because it just shattered. I mean, there were chunks of pieces on the carpet, but you know, it was so soft. As I was saying, the powders are very soft, which make them very blendable, and also makes the payoff great. Great palette, Anastasia, but gotta watch how you're packaging. Whew. So anyways, I'm not concerned about it at all because I know they'll do their thing. So one more product that I want to talk about, and oh, I'll just kind of show you. Oh man, after cleaning my carpet, and I probably should have repowdered, but I didn't. Anyways, this is the look that I did get with that palette. I think it's extremely pretty. And just on the very inside tip with my finger, I pulled out my Rubenesque by MAC. As you can see, I used this a lot last year, and I just kind of put it aside, but it hasn't dried out. It's really nice, and yeah, really pretty. And if you're wondering why my face looks a little bit red, it's not from the sun at all. It's just that I did a little exfoliation and a mask, and sometimes my face tends to be redder during that immediate time period right after. So it'll settle down by later on, and maybe just spilling my little shadow all over the floor. But it does say on it, Soft Glam. I think it describes those shadows perfectly. Anyways, enough about that, because you know, Sephora is super good about backing all of their products, taking things back. I've never had an issue. Speaking of taking back, I did order a Tom Ford lipstick that I had my eye on. Now, when I placed my order, because I did not go to the store to do my VIB sale, it was all online. You know, it's kind of hard on those lipsticks, but I had a lot of trouble with the site at first. I don't know if it was because they were just so busy. I kept getting booted off. It would take the order part way, not all the way. And so I was looking, basically I wanted more of a nudish type color, and because I have a lot of pinks, and of course I have the berries and the reds, but I just wanted something light. And so the color that it came was called Beige Nude, I think. And I really didn't read too much about it, because I know these lipsticks are just excellent, is an excellent grade of lipstick, because they're costly. And I know the lipstick that I have, I use all the time. It's very moisturizing. It leaves a really pretty, you know, coloring on your lips as it fades into your lips. I've always been super happy with it. So I wasn't interested in really reading about it, but I should have, because after I got it, I was like, what? This isn't the color that I ordered. And of course, when I did apply it, it washed me out. It was like there was no distinction between my lips and my skin. And I was like, and it didn't feel like the same formula. So I don't know. But anyways, I did some reading then after that, and this is why this is a good example of read a product. Research it before you go ahead and buy it. Even if you think, oh, I've had this before, I know it's great, fantastic, and I want something else, just read what they're saying. And evidently that particular color, that nude beige or whatever it was, there were some postings about this is the color that somebody wore on that show, Beverly Hills, or yeah, Housewives of Beverly Hills, and how beautiful it was and all the raves. And then there were several reviews on the color being yuck, and it just didn't look the same. And so it was definitely something that as soon as you put it on, it didn't feel like the other Tom Ford formulas, and it was almost like you can't wear this unless you put a gloss on it. So I called Sephora and I told them that I did my order online and that, you know, I had trouble with the website while I was placing my order, and that I just wasn't sure that that was the nude color. That I don't know why I would have gone that way, because it just didn't look like it had some pink in it, but it just, I mean, when I got it, it didn't have any. It just was just totally, there was no distinction between my lips and my skin, and that wasn't going to do it. So, no problem. Send it back. We'll send you, you know, another one. So, I ordered, again, what I thought I had ordered the first time. And I'll get it. This is the Tom Ford Spiced Honey. And this is really what I thought I had ordered the first time. I kept thinking I got the spiced honey, but then it came, I think it was nude beige or something. I mean, it was just, it wasn't. And this is moisturizing, and it's a really nice, pretty nude. Has that little bit of pink in it, and I do have it on. Today, and I like it. It's just that little subtle color. It's got, it just feels, it feels good. It doesn't feel mucky. And as I was reading some of the reviews, there were a couple of comments about, you know, that's an expensive mistake to make when you don't get the right color. But listen, you call the store, you call and you talk to a representative that they have available, and you explain the situation. I didn't have any trouble, I mean, at all. They just took it back and I reordered the color that I wanted. So again, this is kind of the nudie color that I was looking for, because I want that little bit of color, but subtle, and not anything that represented some of my other colors. So anyways, that was it for my haul. I hope I can get this up. Had a little bit of interruptions, but it's okay, you know. Don't cry over spilt milk, and that color is like spilt milk. It's not going to change it. It's not going to do me any good. I've got the rug, put some stain remover on it, have it in my wash, and hopefully it will all come out. And if it doesn't, I'll just turn it so you can't see that spot so much. That's all. You know, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. That's what I say. So until next time, I hope you can get involved in the sale that's going on now this weekend. I hope I can get this up because I think these are some good products to get in on that 15% discount. And until next time, be kind, be humble, age gracefully. Bye.